Hey everyone, and welcome to an update on my action figure collection for the Tamashii Nations Bandai S.H Figuarts Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is of course the Marvel Avengers characters, both for the Infinity War and Endgame line. So the Infinity Gauntlet story, the last two Avengers movies. So it's been over a year since Endgame finished in the cinemas, ending the first phase of the Infinity Gauntlet. It's been a long journey, and since then Tamashii Nations have made some fantastic figures. So in this video I'll just be showing you them one by one, giving you my opinions, also discussing the figures that are missing, the ones that Tamashii Nations have announced, and also figures I wish they will still be making. And just to let you know, this is not how I normally display the action figure. This is only solely for this video, so really it's just the Infinity War and Endgame figures out on display. So let's get started, and I'm probably going to begin at the front as it's the easiest. So here we have a Iron Man Mark 50. Now this is actually from the Endgame line, so it's known as the Nano Weapon Set 2. There has actually been 3 releases of the Mark 50, so 2 from the Infinity War. And this one is known as the Nano Weapon Set 2, which more or less has different accessories. To me, this is a fantastic figure because it has a variety of weapons, accessories, the blaster effects, repulsor effects. So it's very cool for the Iron Man Mark 50. And seeing as I have the Nano Weapon Set 2, I don't really see a need to be picking up the Infinity War versions. And then on the side, we have Incredible Hulk. Now this is the Infinity War version. Now to me, this is one of the most definitive looks of Hulk. Just him in that shirtless green look. Really menacing. And to me, it's one of my favorite S.H Figuarts, simply because of the size of it and the sculpt. And just also the sheer quality and also the articulation is fantastic as well. It is actually much better than the Age of Ultron version as well as the Endgame one, which I'll go into a bit later on. So overall I'm very pleased. You can really just use this for a comic Hulk as well as the MCU version, because it always has that menacing definitive look. And then behind him we have the Iron Spider. Now this is the Endgame Final Battle release, so this is the second version of the Iron Spider following the Infinity War version. And most people would know that this is actually a major improvement to the previous one, simply because of his suit. This one just has this slick and shiny look to it, which is more screen accurate. Not only that, this actually includes the instant kill mode where you get the red eyes, and that one I didn't put on at the moment. And also you get the usual accessories like the webs as well as his spider legs. And the other bonus is this one also includes a Peter Parker head sculpt, which is very cool. So overall I'm very pleased, and this is a major plus because it's a big improvement compared to the Infinity War version. So I'm glad I waited for this one. And then we can move to the back, and we have Ronan, a very interesting character, by the way, from the movie. Of course, we only saw glimpses of him in that fight in Japan. And to me, this is a very good figure because of the sculpt and just the way he looks. It's very mysterious. Now he's in his iconic pose, but the only disappointment I must say is they didn't include a Clint Barton head sculpt. But I found out that you can put on the Hawkeye one, so you will have to pick up the Hawkeye to put on the Clint Barton head sculpt. But other than that, I don't have too many complaints. I know Hasbro also made one and they gave him some extra accessories. But to me, this one is pretty good, and if you're into ninjas or samurais, I think this is also a cool figure to have. And then next to him, we have Scott Lang, Ant-Man. This is the Endgame version, and to me it doesn't really make a difference in terms of what Ant-Man figure we have, because he more or less has that same look with the same alternative hands as well. The reason I mainly got this one is, again, because I was collecting the Endgame line and I didn't have any previous Ant-Man figures. The bonus for this figure is that it does include a Scott Lang head sculpt, which is very cool. So yeah, that's the Ant-Man for Endgame. And then below we have a pair. We have Hawkeye and Black Widow. Now, of course, this was a scene from Endgame when they paired up together. So it's very cool to have them next to each other. So first I'm going to discuss Hawkeye. And obviously this is the look from Endgame in that all black suit. But this figure is actually quite similar to the Age of Ultron version. Because of course he has the bow, he has the arrow. So pretty much what you expect for Hawkeye. And of course you can use the head sculpt on Ronan, which is very cool. And then of course we move on to Black Widow. This is a great figure again, very screen accurate. What I like about this one in particular is the alternative weapons that you get, whether it's the batons or the guns. You can really switch it up and there's a lot of interchangeability. So when she's holding onto the batons, you can take it off on the back. When she's holding onto a gun, you can of course swap out the gun pocket on the side. So yeah, very cool figure. And then we can move to the left hand side. And this is Virginia Pepper Potts, the first rescue figure we have for S.H. Figuarts. Just looking at it, it's pretty much what you expect, seeing as S.H. Figuarts have made some great armor figures. So this one is actually no different, but in the rescue armor. It does include a lot of the accessories like the blaster effects, as well as the flight accessories. So very cool and kind of what I expected. Also the bonus is you get the Pepper Potts head sculpt. This makes a great pairing when you pull it next to any of the Iron Man Mark 85s. And then we move to the front and we have Dr. Stephen Strange. Now, Doctor Strange is a figure, I do like the look of him. It's pretty screen accurate in terms of the head sculpts. I know that some people like to use a third-party version, but I'm actually pleased with this. It does include the accessories. Just to let you know, this is the Infinity War version. And it's actually the re-release because I didn't actually get around to getting the early one from the Doctor Strange or the Infinity War version. So this is the Infinity War re-release, which is essentially the same figure anyways. The only disappointment some people would say is there's actually no cloth cape for him. They've actually used a hard cape. Now to me it doesn't bother me too much as you can pretty much play around with it. And I do like a bit of variety in my figures, so some characters with cloth, some characters have a plastic one. So yeah, I'm actually happy with this Doctor Strange. And then we move to the front, we have the King of Wakanda, so Black Panther. And to me, this is also a very good figure, as it's my first time I picked up a Black Panther. Now, the only difference this one is to the original Infinity War is, of course, he's wearing the vibranium suit. So you can see the navy blue colors. Now, I must say it's not very screen accurate, to be honest. Because if you watch the film, it's meant to be in like a purple color, which I think someone like Hasbro did. The Marvel Legends is a navy purple. And this one is gone for a blue color, which is not very accurate. Maybe in some lighting you can get away with it. The bonus for here is that you do get the T'Challa head sculpt, so that's an improvement to the original Infinity War. So this is the Vibranium Infinity War Black Panther. And by the way, I placed them next to the Infinity Gauntlet, or the Nano Gauntlet should I say, and this came with the Iron Spider figure. And then to the front we have Iron Man Mark 85. Now this is the original version from Endgame, of course, and if you like that clean look, to me it's a great armor because it resembles his comic look with the gold and the red. By the way, the shield is from the Endgame Final Battle version. I just decided to place them on seeing as I had extra accessories. And this is one of the scenes when Hulk was about to snap the gauntlet, so that's the reason why he's using that shield. So knowing that there is a final battle version, I must admit this is probably not high on my list in terms of my favorites. But if you like that clean look of Iron Man Mark 85, I wouldn't mind getting this. And then next to him we have Captain America. Just like the Iron Man Mark 85, we know that there is a final battle version, so some people will probably hold back from getting this as it's the clean look. And since we already have the likes of Age of Ultron, Civil War, Infinity War, the figures are pretty much similar in terms of the accessories, the alternative hands, and of course the shield poses. So again, it's not high on my list, seeing as I already have the final battle version. And then next to him we have Scarlet Witch, Wanda. Now to me, this is one of the most accurate head sculpts on the S.H. Figuarts, or at least in my opinion. I think it definitely resembles Elizabeth Olsen, so I think S.H. Figuarts or Tamashii Nations have made a great job on this. It does include these effects that she has, and also of course that design of the jacket, pretty accurate. Now Endgame have actually, well, Tamashii Nations have announced the Endgame version, by the way, which will be released very soon, and that's going to include the red eyes. Now I must admit I'm probably not too keen on that, as that's the only difference I believe. Most of the sculpts, the accessories will be the same, so I'll probably just stick to this Wanda. And then we move to the side. Let's go to Nebula first. So one of the members of the Guardians of the Galaxy. This one I don't have too much complaints. Great figure, pretty much screen accurate with the baton, the guns. So yeah, I'm happy with it. And then we move on to Star-Lord. This is a great pose with both of the guns. This is the mask version. It does include a Star-Lord head sculpt, which I'm probably not too keen. I probably prefer this one in battle, as it looks a lot cooler. And just being paired up next to Nebula, I think it looks pretty cool. Now, the only thing is I'm still waiting on some of the other Guardians of the Galaxy. They haven't announced or made any of the Mantis, Drax, or Gamora, so I wish they will do that. There is a Raccoon and Groot as well, which I didn't go around picking up, but maybe in the future I will. And then on the side, we have the War Machine Mark 6. This, of course, featured in Endgame, and of course I'm pleased with it because it is one of my first War Machine figures. Well, in fact, it is my first War Machine figure. And pretty much similar to the Pepper Pots, you get what you expect for this Iron Man type of armor. Very slick, shiny, the repulsor effects, the blaster effects. So pretty much a great figure to have. The only disappointment is probably they didn't give us a Rhodey's head sculpt. And the other thing is that I know that in the final battle of Endgame, he was actually wearing the Iron Patriot suit, which looks very cool. So I kind of wish that they did make that one instead of this one. But I don't have too many complaints, as this is my first War Machine. And then if we move to the back, we have the Hulk, Professor Hulk as we call him, from Endgame. Now this one I'm actually quite disappointed with. It does have the look in terms of the suit, but if you look at his head sculpts, there is practically not much expression. I preferred a smiley face or an angry face, and also there's no glasses either, which I wanted. So pretty much a very simple figure. Also the Nano gauntlet, I know that the Iron Spider version now fits onto him, but I wish they added that earlier on, and I think a lot of people would have picked it up for that. Now another disappointment is also the articulation. I think this figure was pretty stiff. If you compare it to the Infinity War version, the Infinity War version is a lot better. And then onto the side, we have Captain Marvel. So this is the second Captain Marvel for S.H. Figuarts, following her solo movie version. This of course featured in the final battle when she takes on Thanos, which was pretty good to be honest. So I'm very happy to have this with all the effects, all the flames. Very cool looking figure. It probably doesn't resemble Brie Larson too much, I must admit. But I guess they've got the suit right. And again, I can't complain too much as this is my first Captain Marvel. And then next to her, we have Thor. So this is the Endgame version, of course. And he's holding on to the Stormbreaker. Again, pretty iconic with this suit. It does feature in Infinity War. And they've used the cloth cape as well, and very accurate face sculpt in my opinion. Definitely resembles Chris Hemsworth, so I'm happy with it. I know that the Endgame Final Battle version will be released as well. They have made an announcement. So far we've seen pictures of it with the flames and the lightning effects. So yeah, it's going to be a slight improvement, but I wish that they gave us a aggressive face, which of course featured a lot in the Final Battle. But I really like the suit, by the way. Just the armor and the shine on it looks fantastic. And then, of course, Iron Man Mark 85. Very important character. Of course, this is an improvement to the Mark 85 original version, simply because it has that darker shading. So it has the more of the final battle look. And just look at the way he's been posed now with all the repulsor effects, the blaster effects. This is a fantastic figure for display. And I know that they included a Tony Stark head sculpt as well, which was pretty good. But I think I'll probably keep it as this pose. And just in case you didn't know, they have made an announcement of a third Iron Man Mark 85. That one will finally get the I Am Iron Man figure with the bloodied head sculpt as well as the Nano gauntlet. So that one I'm looking forward to a lot. But I'm very happy with this Iron Man Mark 85. And then moving on to Thanos, of course, the only villain here. This is a fantastic figure, great sculpt, and just look at the armor. It does resemble his look from the comics, which I really like. Now, the only thing I'm going to say is not very screen accurate, as in the movie, he didn't actually wear the gauntlet during this time. And also there were times in the final battle where he took off his helmet. For this one, they didn't give us the alternative head. They only gave us alternative faces. So you cannot remove the helmet or the gauntlet. There is a blade, which is pretty simple, but I guess it does work. Some people probably prefer the Infinity War look, as that one had a lot more iconic scenes, shall I say, in the battles. But I know that Tamashii Nations have made an announcement and they are going to be releasing another version. And that one will not include the gauntlet on his left hand or the helmet. So those of you who probably want a Thanos for Endgame might wait for that one. But to me, I like this look and it's great for some poses. And the final figure is the Captain America Final Battle version. And this is, again, just like the Iron Man Mark 85, you have a damaged look to the suit, which I really like. Of course, the iconic Mjolnir with the lightning effects and also a damaged shield. It does include the broken shield, by the way, which I didn't put on, but yeah, that's great as well. And the alternative head sculpts, they did include a Steve Rogers one and also a aggressive face, which I really like. It's very similar to the Age of Ultron version, where he's sort of like in the fighting mode. It really gives him that character. And because I've got this figure now, I'm actually putting this ahead of the original Captain America Endgame version. And it's not the end for Captain America, actually. They are releasing the Cat vs. Cat version for Endgame as well. So that's one figure I'll probably be looking forward to. Now, in terms of what I'm missing, some of the key characters, of course, is Falcon, Bucky. Falcon from Infinity War, I'm still looking to buy. For Bucky, I may wait and go for the Winter Soldier version because I believe there is promo photos for that. So maybe I'll wait for the Winter Soldier Bucky and get it for a better price. Of course, you will notice that I don't have the Captain America and Black Widow from the Infinity War line. Those ones do look different to the two Endgame versions. In the future, I'll definitely pick those two up as well. In terms of the wish list, of course, the Guardians of the Galaxy, Drax, Gamora, Mantis, I still want those. And probably the likes of Groot and Raccoon as well. I've also done a review for almost every of these figures, I believe. So I'll put them in the description below. So yeah, that's it really for now. There hasn't been too many releases this month so far. Only the Iron Man Mark III repaint version, which I didn't get. But stay tuned for August and onwards. Plenty of superhero figures, including Wonder Woman 84, Batman 89, Loki, Cat vs. Cat, and of course the Birth of Iron Man series. Thanks for watching, guys, and hope to see you soon.